The TikTok Shop Affiliate Program is an absolute goldmine of an opportunity. And in today's video, we're going to break down the success story of Brian, who's my brother-in-law, and how much money he's making, what he's doing to make the money that he's making, and his entire journey. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And to give you a little bit of background and hopefully give us some credibility, I've made over $40,000 in the last 30 days. And how much have you made?
A little over 32,000, which is just crazy. But let's show you actual proof.
So right here inside my phone, refresh the screen right there. So that is my account. And then here is his account, just over 32,000. Now this does not include the free products and the brand deals that we are doing. This opportunity is absolutely insane. And if you guys don't know what TikTok Shop Affiliates is, let's have Brian break it down. What are we actually doing?
Well, on TikTok Shop, you have to, if you're seeing this, you probably have TikTok and you're scrolling. When you scroll on TikTok and then, that thing comes up where there's an orange cart link at the bottom, that's a TikTok Shop video where someone has created a product video and then you think it's cool, it's catchy, whatever that may be. You click on it and then you end up buying it. Well, the person who created that video gets a little tiny commission off of that video because they're the ones that are doing the ads for the seller.
So it's seriously like the most simple, basic model I've ever seen. And we're literally printing money.
It is pretty crazy. What is that? So you were 40,000, 32. I mean, we're a little bit over, we're like 73,000 for the most part, a little under 73,000 in the past 30 days, just between these two accounts. There are more accounts. And that's how Trev even said, that's not including brand deals, selling the thing. Like you get products, you might sell them to somebody else, give them to somebody else. It's straight just from commission from TikTok. That's not a screenshot. That was from the app itself.
So you actually mentioned something the other day. What's the average salary? We're from Utah.
We're from Utah. Because he sent me a screenshot. So yeah, my brother-in-law married his older sister, Shayla. He sent me a screenshot of what he had made. And I was just like, what's the average? It was the median, not the average, right? Big difference. The median of, where's the bulk of the people that are actually making it? And in Utah, I think in 2022, it was a little bit over, it was about 41,000 for the entire year on a salary in Utah in 2022. And he, for the most part, just made that in the last 30 days, just from TikTok.
Which is just insane. And I want to real quick also dive into the 32K is just from TikTok. He's also doing the Amazon Influencer Program, which we'll talk about briefly as well. It's basically the same thing as TikTok Shop, but it's on Amazon. So you upload the videos to Amazon and anytime somebody watches the video, buys the product, you get a commission. So 32,000 from TikTok. What is the amount that you made from Amazon influencers?
A little, and again, the number I'll throw out is not, let me pull up my phone actually, because I have the real number. Want to say the real number right here. From Amazon, we have two separate accounts on Amazon. Again, Trev said it's for the most part the same thing, but one account made about 4,500. The other one made about 2,400 just from those two accounts. And again, not including all the other add-ons that you get on top of that.
So almost basically $7,000 just in commissions.
Yeah.
And how much time did you spend in the last 2 months on Amazon influencers?
I don't know the answer, but probably under 2 hours would be my best guess. We've very much so kind of steered away from Amazon, and the bulk of this video is going to be on TikTok because you just saw the numbers. Like that's why we're putting the focus onto TikTok right now.
So both opportunities are fantastic. They both work. And the cool thing with both of the programs is when you put the work up front, it'll literally continue printing money for months. Like a couple hours of work and he's still making $7,000, and that doesn't include the free product and the brand deals. I think with that included, I mean, it's probably closer to 10, 11,000, which is just insane. 5 figures a month on a quote unquote side hustle that you're spending a couple hours. And I will say you weren't spending a couple hours at the beginning.
At the beginning, I was hustling.
Yeah.
I was hustling. And that was on top of, I have 2 kids. We actually have one on the way. And so for anybody that is watching this, you can totally make it happen. Now, if you have 10 kids, I don't know about that. But I'm just coming back to like the average person. You have a job, maybe you have kids. You're someone that plays video games. You're someone that binges on Netflix. There's time throughout your day that you have to be able to make these videos and change your life.
Yeah, I watched it firsthand. Literally within a couple months, they just blew up and they took it serious. And I think it was within 4 to 5 months, Shay was able to quit her 9-to-5 job, and then you guys just went full time.
Yeah, so my wife, she had been working corporate for about 7-ish years or so. And within a couple months, she was able to quit her 6-figure salary plus, career, benefits, everything because of social media. All you have to do is be able to get in front of the camera. Actually, what I'm gonna say on that is you don't even have to get in front of the camera. So let's maybe jump back to TikTok. One thing I wanna talk about that is a lot of people, one of the biggest reasons why I would say excuse that people don't jump into this is that like, I'm not comfortable in front of the camera. Well, with TikTok, actually some of my best performing videos, my face is not in it. It's just my voice. And actually some of them, I don't even have my voice. I just did text. So like you could totally just be off the camera, not even speaking, and make this work if you wanted to.
Absolutely insane, guys. If you are not aware of the opportunity or how to get started, I'll put the link in the description. I have a full A to Z masterclass on the channel. It's completely free. And then we also have a school group with over 4,000 people in the community where we walk you through the process. But with that being said, I want to dive into what has been working.
Yeah.
So let's get like the tips and the strategies, and let's just dive into the meat and potatoes of like, okay, that's great. You just told me you're making this much money and you did this and that. Like that doesn't seem realistic, but let's talk about some of the tips and strategies of how you can actually make it work.
Yeah. I will preface this that he's my brother-in-law, but I actually learned how to do this from a course that he has. So I don't like to take things for granted. I don't like to step over my bounds and just like, hey, tell me everything, teach me how to do this, and come over and waste his time, because his time is very valuable. He actually created a course, and that is how me and my wife learned how to do this, how to apply, how to make it, the criteria. Well, I just wanted to be able to give that little shout out real quick, because we actually were able to make that happen because of that. Some of the tips on the videos. So when you're scrolling on TikTok, if you're a consumer, your attention span is what? 3 seconds, honestly,
goldfish.
maybe even less.
Yep.
So you have to have some type of text at the top of your video that's going to be eye-catching. For example, we're wearing these mics right now to be able to, get our audio going. Something, best lapel mics or something of the sort, best lapel mics for your iPhone or for your camera, whatever that may be. It at least gets the attention of the person that's going to be looking at the video. And on top of that, the most important is the video itself. If the video is not entertaining, no one's going to watch. Audio, visual, lighting is all very important. If you come across a video on TikTok and you're scrolling and it's blurry and they're shaking their phone, the audio's not the best, the lighting's not the best, you're going to scroll on within probably 1 second. It's just the life that we live in. So you got to make sure that you have the setup. Now, with that being said, this is all you need. Your phone. You do not need anything else. If you don't have a lapel mic, that's okay. The microphone on your phone is actually pretty good if you're not in a cement box. If you're somewhere that can absorb some of the sound, it works well. You have a flashlight on the front of your phone. You have everything you need right here. I think the biggest tip is finding the right product. If you find a product that people don't want to buy, you're not going to sell anything. So you have to find something like these mics. I'm going to use these as an example. Maybe even some of the stuff back here. Like, what do people love? They love stuff like this, like Pokemon. They like, I was probably covering that in the there, but they like stuff like that. Things like this. Things that people actually want in their house. You have to find products that you yourself would buy or other people would buy. And then you just talk about it as genuine as possible, because you can hear, I think, the tone of people's voice over the course of the video. You can hear their tone if they're genuine, and if they don't know what they're talking about, like this wrench and someone says it's a plier, they probably don't know what they're talking about, and it might come across that way. So those are just some of the, just right off the top of my head, but there's a lot more than that for sure.
No, I love that. And one thing that I want to ask you kind of as a follow-up, most people watching this are complete beginners. They have no idea where to start or how to get started. They're scared of the camera. So like what you mentioned is some of your best videos, they're faceless, you're behind the camera. When you started making videos, did you have a ton of experience with content?
I would say I had more than the average person. I will say that. I'm comfortable talking in front of people. With that being said, some of my best videos are from when my face is not in it, so it can totally be done. But I am a little bit more than the average. I think I'm comfortable talking in front of people. I don't care to be embarrassed, even though my face might go completely red. I don't care about it. So you don't need a lot of experience though. Like, just come from a genuine standpoint of what you like about a certain product. People will send you products. We'll be touching that in a bit, but like, we have so many products that just come to our house almost every single day, which is kind of crazy. So it feels like Christmas every single day, which is really, really fun.
My wife kind of hates it, because if you looked at our basement and as he was coming into my office,
I was like, well, you got a lot of stuff.
It looks like my house.
There's a lot of boxes. My house has boxes and stuff just everywhere.
Yeah, you get literally packages showing up every single day, and it's like, oh, I don't know what it is, because there's literally just new things showing up constantly. So the cool thing, again, to kind of reiterate and come back to, for those beginners, anybody can do this. Like, if you have a smartphone and you have connection to the internet, there is literally zero excuse. And again, when we look at his story and how they have a bunch of kids, jobs, like balancing work life and just life in general, like it's hard, but if you want it bad enough, you can do it. And that is what is so fun to see Brian and Shay, my sister, be able to do, is when there is something new or when there is an opportunity, they don't question. They don't say, oh, well, I'm going to wait 2 months and have you prove it out, and then I'm going to do it. They just take action. And here's a true story. And I don't know if, I think but in October, you guys did 19 grand. on
Yes,
TikTok.
yeah, on TikTok, yeah. This
And
year,
when
so
I
just a
saw
couple months
that,
ago.
I was like, are you serious? Like my mind was blown. And up to that point, I was doing anywhere from like 3 to 6 grand was kind of like my average on TikTok shop.
Which is still great, by the way.
Honestly,
Like,
I mean
it's
that's
still
a
great.
full-time job.
Yeah.
And when I saw their numbers of 19 grand, I was like, crap, I need to step up my game.
And now he's above us. As you can see, he stepped up his game.
And so I'm obviously competitive, but it wasn't, yes, the competition was an aspect, but it was more of a limiting belief in my head.
Yeah.
And they cracked that limiting belief for me. And I saw it literally in their account and they showed me and I was like, what am I doing? I need to change something. And so that's when I shifted my complete mindset. And that's when I kind of dove into it. And now, I mean, we're just crushing it together, which is so fun to see.
So in all honesty, at the beginning of, so today's right now at current time, it's 1:36. It was this morning that I reached out to Trev just saying, like, look at what's happened in the past 30 days. It's pretty crazy with Amazon, with his account. My text, I'm not going to pull it up, but my text for the most part was like, let's let your viewers know, let's let people know what's possible out there. Because honestly, between TikTok and Amazon and commissions, it's almost 100K between us two.
In 30 days.
In the past 30 days, which is just completely wild.
Yeah.
But we don't take it for granted, and I don't want anybody in this video, the internet will be the internet, but we don't take it for granted. Actually, one thing, actually Trev touched on this. I have another account. Let me switch to it. This is on the actual TikTok app. I'm going to pull this up. I have another account, and I'm about to start going hard on it as of this morning. But right now, right here, let's go to the past 30 days.
This is fresh, brand new account.
Not a lot. Here, I'll have you pull it up.
Yeah.
So this is on the TikTok account. I text Trev this morning. I was like, well, I have another account. What is that? $307. I do not take that for granted at all, because what is that for somebody? That's a car payment. That's going out to fun restaurants with your kids to be able to do a birthday well, whatever that may be. It doesn't have to be crazy money, but you can totally get ahead in life and help reduce some of the stress by doing fun, dinky little videos. And I always say dumb videos. I don't want to downplay the video, but they're just dinky videos that you post, and it can change your life.
It's seriously insane. And my peace of mind when I go to sleep at night, it's just better. Like,
actually, one thing on that, when I woke up this morning on my account that's done over 32,000 the past 30 days, it already had made $450 this morning. Actually, I think that's one thing that I like to see. This is kind of the fun aspect with TikTok. You can see the sales for the most part in real time. So pulling it up right now at 1:38 p.m. today. Here, I'll have you hold that one up. It's already done.
Holy cow.
This is today. That's actual profit. That 813 is not revenue. It is bottom line profit, net profit, which is just crazy. And here's Trev.
They beat me. Again, it's competition, but it's friendly competition.
Yeah.
They have me beat. I've done $500, which again, it's not even halfway through the day.
Just
and
crazy.
To make $500, $800 sitting here
without, we could not have to pick up our phone and it would keep making. But let's now come back to like the realness of actually making the videos. I went completely ham at the beginning at making a lot of videos. Actually, Trev, I think last month you posted about how many?
It was close to 300 videos.
We're probably about the same. Now, these are not 300 YouTube videos. These are 300 10 to 30 second videos. Very fast to the point videos. Not a lot of editing. Not a lot of thought put into like the actual like text that's going to be on the actual video. It's just talking about it from a genuine standpoint, also maybe making it funny, whatever that may be. So it's not simple, but it is for sure easy, because you actually do have to put in the work and the effort and the unboxing of cardboard boxes into your recycle bin. We have 3 recycle bins at our house because we have how many products that come to our house.
One thing to add to that, and then you can continue on. When I've done the math on how long it takes me to upload and film and edit videos, I can do about 20 videos in 2 hours, which I'm just busting it out. And obviously that doesn't include the setup and takedown and the boxes and unboxing things. But if it's set up, that is about how long it takes. And so when you run the numbers, like anybody can do this. Like if you have a Saturday and you want to take a couple hours of your day and bust out 20, 30 videos and then get them prepped for the week, you can do that to where you're posting 2, 3, 4 videos every single day. So I want to also kind of mention that for, again, the beginner, because a lot of times beginners look at what we're doing and hear what we're talking about and they're like, well, I can't do that. That seems out of reach. And it's like, it's not, because you just baby steps, little increments, little by little, you'll start figuring it out. And then once you can go full time and this is your only thing, now you just unlocked another 5 hours a day that you can now put more time to it. So again, for the average person, for the person just starting, just put in in that dedicated time every single week or every single day, and then little by little it will compound and get to the point where yes, you will be able to go full time. So I just want to throw that out there.
And to add on that, when I watch videos like this online, when I'm a consumer of this actual content and I see big numbers, I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit, it's a motivational, hands down, but it's also overwhelming because you don't know what it entailed to get to that number. But at the very beginning, when we both started this, we were for sure beginners. We hadn't made a single dollar on TikTok as far as the TikTok shop goes. And you just need to start, you know, the whole how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time. You just got to start getting started. I think in today's now and age, showing up is almost,
it's 99%.
It's like almost everything. And people are very inherently lazy. I am one of them. If I wanted to play Fortnite for the rest of today, I would also be very happy. But people are very inherently lazy and don't want to make something happen. But we live in a world of finances. You need something to be able to pay for stuff, and why not have fun doing it, getting free products? I think personally getting free products, as we said, like it feels like Christmas. I think Christmas is what, here in 12 days? Our family is a little bit different because everybody's doing TikTok shop right now, where it's kind of like, oh, it's like almost another day because we're getting all this stuff, but you can make that happen for your family. One of my all-time favorite things about this for myself and my family is I have 2 little kids and they're like, Dad, I want this fun, like a little electric scooter or whatever that is. I'm like, let me apply for it on TikTok shop and they'll send us one. I don't have to spend the $100 or whatever that may be. Someone's going to send it to me. They might even pay me up front. I'm going to make money every single time that someone buys from that video. And say when my kids are done with that e-scooter, because kids grow up fast, I can now sell that scooter and make money on the back end. There's a lot of ways to go about it. I know people that even rent out e-scooters. You can make money by renting out the products that you get. We actually do that with some of the bounce houses that we get because we've received bounce houses. So we rent those out. There's a lot of ways to go about this. And again, as I'm saying this, I think as a content person, someone that's consumer, thank you. It sounds overwhelming hearing all that. Start with, you have to get,
just
approved.
One video.
Start with one video. You do have to be approved first, which that's where the course helped me. So however Trev wants to be able to show you guys that. But you know, for sure, check that out. I just think getting started, show up. And this isn't a motivational speech, this whole video, but just show up. It does not matter what we're talking about in life, in TikTok, just show up. Like that is almost 99% of it in today's day and age, which is a blessing and a curse.
For sure. And when I look at the successful students versus the non-successful students, it is that they just do the work and they don't get down. They don't get in these slumps of like, oh, I'm not going to upload today. The days that you don't want to upload are the days that you should be uploading 10 times the amount. So again, in my opinion, like there's no excuse because this opportunity is that good, is that simple. And I truly believe anybody can do this if they actually have the desire and they want to. So to wrap up the video, I want to just go through, he has a little sheet of the 42,000. And I think that this is valuable.
Oh, that's a different number that we're talking about now because we've been talking about 32,000. That's from TikTok. I'll let you touch on that. Just want to let you guys know it's a different number that we're going to talk about.
So 32,000 from TikTok. And then in addition, obviously got brand deals, free products, Amazon influencer, $42,000 you have made profit. Like we're not talking revenue. Net profit. This is profit.
That's just what comes to your bank.
Let's break down what you're doing.
So I have a little cheat sheet of all the things that before we did this video of between TikTok and Amazon and then, getting brand deals, stuff like that. When we say brand deals, a company might say, hey, can we send you this e-scooter? We'll pay you, I'm just going to throw out a number, $30. We'll pay you $30 if you create this video. That is like a little brand deal commission. Now they can go much, much higher than that. I think a fun little story is me and my wife went on a cruise. You might have seen this video, but my wife and I, we just went on a cruise the other day, like a couple months ago, 2 months ago, whatever. And when we were booking that cruise, someone emailed us about a brand deal that we were about to do with them. And they're like, hey, we're going to pay you X amount of money. And it paid for the entire cruise. So like, as we were booking the cruise, someone's like, hey, can we pay you this to do this product, which they sent to us for free and paid us. And then we got paid money on the back end. It paid for the entire cruise. So like it adds up, but that's about $42,000 in the past 30 days, which is wild to say because again, here in Utah, that's the median salary. And I don't want to downplay anybody's salary, but Trev was talking about it, the mindset and kind of surrounding yourself with people that have higher mindsets. That's why I love Trev. He has a very high mindset.
You have to like the mind, like I remember going to these seminars and these coaching events and listening to like mastermind groups and everyone talks about it's all right here. And they always point to your mind. And I'm like, the freak does this mean? This is stupid. Like, I don't get it. But now that I've been in this business and have made a decent amount of money, it seriously is all right here. And
as long as you show up.
yes. Well, but
You
that's
gotta
part
do
of
something.
showing
Yeah,
up.
that's part of showing up is
up,
getting ready in
Is
the
your
head, yeah.
mind. If you're not ready in the mind, like, you're just not going to show up. So as cliche as that sounds, like, it's all like a mental thing. And as soon as you can get through those limiting beliefs, like, the sky's the limit, which is just crazy. And real quick, before we dive into the $42,000 breakdown, I just thought of something, and it's, you guys started TikTok Shop how long ago? It's been like, I think it was like 5-6 months.
5-6 months ago. Yeah, I mean, this is very recent. Yeah.
5-6 months and 30,000 in the last 30 days. That's ridiculous. And then the Amazon Influence Program, it's been, I think, a year.
It's about a year and a half. Yeah.
So the amount of
what can change in a year and a half.
Exactly. That's
crazy.
mind-blowing.
It's crazy.
And most people they think a year and a half is a long time, or they think 5 months is a long time. And I'm like, it's not, because when you compare it to, let's say, a 9-to-5 job,
yeah,
how long is it going to take for you to get a raise of $30,000 a month? Never.
Yeah.
Never.
I mean, most raises are like between 2 and 5%
every year.
And that's if it's every year. That's why not change something, change something in your life.
Yeah. So if you guys are sitting here watching this, it's a sign that you just need to get up off the couch and you need to change your life. So let's break down that.
And maybe it's not even changing, it's just adding into your life. You can keep doing what you're doing, but add in something else to be able to change a part of your life. So the 42,000, that is simply just profit from TikTok and Amazon, which is incredible. And then in the past 30 days, this is everything I'm going to say is the past 30 days, we've given away about $2,000 worth of stuff. We get so much stuff that now we're in a position where we can just give stuff away. So we've given an e-bike away, an e-scooter. We've given, those permanent Christmas lights on people's houses. We gave away enough to be able to fill an entire person's house, and they're actually throwing it up on their house right now, which is really cool. We've given away a lot of just random like little stuff, like
a vacuum cleaner.
We're giving away a vacuum cleaner here in a couple days, which is a $500 vacuum cleaner. And there's just a lot of stuff. And we're giving that away because we get a lot of it, and we want to also give it back to people. But like, we don't need 3 vacuum cleaners in our house. We have 3 of them, and we're giving them away because we want to get rid of them. So it's really fun to be in a position to be able to do that. So that's about $2,000 worth of stuff that we've given away. Oh, we have for our kids, sometimes we have a babysitter come. Whenever our babysitter comes over, like, what do you want? Like look at all of our stuff. Like, can you take something? Like, we don't want it in our house right now. So it's really fun that we've been able to help her out. Actually, on that, with our babysitter, she only comes maybe once a week, but she got in an accident because she did not have her rear camera. Her mirrors were a little bit. So we actually, off of TikTok, got her a rear view camera and a wireless CarPlay unit that is now in her car, and which is really cool. It benefited us both. I was like, hey, can we give this to you just for free? It's like a $200 product. And she's like, sure. I'm like, as long as put it on, can we do some videos on your car? And she's like, you're giving it to me for free. Sure. So while she was watching our kids, I went out and made videos on her car. And the next day I sold enough units that actually paid for how much we paid for her as a babysitter the day before, because we just helped each other out. It was really, really cool. So there's that. We've in the past 30 days received almost a little more than $3,000 worth of product. When we say product, that means anything that people are sending to us. Microphones, e-scooters, vacuums, so on and so forth, permanent lights to houses. There's everything and anything that you can kind of find on Amazon and TikTok. There's a lot.
And a lot of people are like, oh, it's just junk. And like,
you get really nice stuff.
No, you can get like some of the most high-end brands and stuff that I'm like, I just
get really nice stuff. Yeah, I don't want to like throw out any specific brand names, but like brand names have reached out and they'll send us stuff, which is really, really cool. One thing that we love to do is we have so much stuff. We actually keep a lot of the stuff in our car. And whenever we're driving around, and if we see anybody that is homeless on the side of the road, most people just drive by because maybe they don't want to give them money or whatever mindset you have. We have all this stuff that we can just give to them. So like we see someone, we have blankets in the back of our car right now that we're just ready. We have shavers in the back of our car. We have a lot of like self-care stuff, feminine stuff for women. We have in the back of the car that we can just give to these people whenever they need, right on the spot, which is really, really fun. We love doing that, which is really fun.
I love the give back. That's almost more fulfilling than making the actual money. Being able to take care of your family and then be able to bless the lives of others, like that's what it's all about.
Super, super fun. As long as you can first take care of your family first and foremost, it's a joy to be able to help out other people. One thing, Christmas is here in 2 weeks. It might be different when you're watching this video, but we are able to, last Christmas, we helped out a family. We actually helped out 2 families, one with money, 2 with products that they did not have any means. They had children. They had 0 means. We heard heard about it that they weren't going to be able to, their kids weren't going to be able to have a Christmas. So my wife and I changed everything that we were doing at that time and started receiving products that these kids wanted, because we asked the mom, like, hey, what are your kids like? And she's like, you don't need to get me anything. We got everything for her, her kids, everything. And it meant the world to them. And now this Christmas, we're doing the same thing. We're helping out multiple families by just giving them stuff, which is really fun. Like I love giving stuff to people. It's so fun. You can do it anonymous or, you know, going and helping them out, whatever, but it's so fun. Now, one thing, a passion project, like one of the last things on this list is my wife just got a new iPhone. That was one of the brand deals. So clearly know which company owns that. We just got a brand new iPhone because my wife started a new YouTube channel to be able to help kids and fitness nutrition. And she's like, man, I need a new iPhone. TikTok reached out to the company and I was like, hey, we'll do some videos for your product. Will you send us a new iPhone? They're like, sure, what's your address? It was literally about that simple. So she has a brand new iPhone that we can do filming on for her YouTube channel, which is her passion project that she wants to be, you know, the biggest person in that space. This is all because of TikTok and Amazon, but mainly TikTok, honestly. It's just wild.
It's so crazy. And I hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to wrap it up. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to link Shay's channel down below that you guys can check out. I hope that this motivated and inspired you, because what they've been able to accomplish in such a short period of time is mind-blowing, and you guys can do it too. So if you guys want to see the masterclass, I'll link that. If you guys want to join the school group with all the programs and courses, I'll link that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and Brian, I appreciate you coming on.
For sure.